Okay, let's learn now the real purpose of TypeScript. If you are a JavaScript developer or a front-end developer, you might have missed that object-oriented programming experience. Well, you are not alone. Many other front-end developers at Microsoft missed that feature, so Microsoft decided to design a front-end object-oriented programming language, and that's TypeScript. This language is not a scripting language, even though its name is TypeScript. However, the syntax is similar to JavaScript, except it allows writing object-oriented code. I know so many other people who have found workarounds to write kind of object-oriented code in JavaScript, but in reality, I'm not sure if we can even call it object-oriented, since JavaScript is not designed for that purpose. And even if you tend to call it object-oriented, you would need a bunch of documentation to explain your approach to your code structure so that other developers can understand your code. One of the main components of object-oriented programming are classes. So in this video, we will learn classes in TypeScript. Alright, let's jump into the screen and write some TypeScript code. Exactly like I did in the last video, also in this one, I have created an empty TypeScript file, which I also call sentence maker. In this video, I will create exactly the same program from the previous video, but this time I will do it in the object-oriented programming style. In order to do that, I will define a class called person, and I will give it 3 private properties. The first one is name of type string, the second one is age of type number, and the third one is city of type string. Next, I will create a constructor for the class with 3 parameters which correspond to the private properties of the class. The constructor does nothing more than just assigning values to the properties. As next, I will write a public function called makeSentence. The function is of type string and it is supposed to concatenate a couple of strings in order to make a sentence with the data given through the properties of the class. Alright, our class is done. Now let's create an object called person of type person. The type person is actually our class. In order to assign values to the properties of this object, we need to create a new instance of type person and pass values for each of the properties. Let's call the person Jim. He is 15 years old and lives in Berlin. Alright, now let's create a sentence. I want to create a variable called sentence of type string where I will store my created sentence. I'll assign this variable with the value returned by the function makeSentence. Now, because the function makeSentence is a property of the class person, we need to use the object person to call that function. In the end, I will just print the value of the variable sentence on the screen so that I can see the results. Let's compile the TypeScript code and run the JavaScript. And here is our sentence. How cool is that? Finally, you can write some object-oriented code for your frontend. And with that said, that's all for this video. I hope it is helpful so far. If so, please put your thumbs up and subscribe. If you have questions or just want to add something, please use the comment section below. If you think this video can help someone else, feel free to share it with anyone you want. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.